Well, there is growing concern of the effects of global climate change, and they will be particularly damaging to semi-arid tropics like we're in now. And there are many efforts underway to raise awareness and mobilize the global community to deal with climate change. Many of these efforts involve quite glamorous people. Just last week in Bangkok, Thailand, I was at an event where one of the top movie stars of Thailand took the stage to discuss the issue and try to mobilize public support to help solve it. And at the time, I was sitting in the audience with the team members that work on climate change with me and my program of the U.S. Agency for International Development. And I reflected on how the work the actor is doing is so glamorous, and yet how the work we're doing is not very glamorous. It's actually quite ordinary. We're in a new field that has emerged called greenhouse gas accounting, and I suppose that reflects how mainstream this issue has become now that the accountants are involved. And it's quite critical that countries, that organizations can properly measure, calculate, and report their emissions of carbon dioxide and their emissions of other greenhouse gases that affect us all. A proper accounting of greenhouse gases is critical to selecting the best ways to reduce the emissions and of monitoring whether we are successful. So greenhouse gas accountants, while we're not glamorous, we're quite necessary. So our program is trying to raise up a cadre of qualified scientists and researchers who can calculate and report emissions of greenhouse gases from all sources. Agriculture is quite critical, and we're here at ICRISAT because this institute has the proper understanding and capability to help train the greenhouse gas accountants to measure, to calculate, to report the emissions of greenhouse gases from agricultural soils. And that accounting is a critical input into understanding of how various countries emit greenhouse gases and what they can do to solve the problem.